Hello and a good Monday morning to you, my hopping pollywaddles of tapioca meringue crisps. Welcome to Monday morning. It is our September 2025 finale of our weekly reading book review. So pour yourself a cup of coffee should you like to talk about books and stories that I read and watched and listened to and all the things this week. So coffee cheers to you, and here are the books I read this week. The first one I finished, we were so close to done with last week. This is The Last Resort by Erin and Entrada Kelly. 80,000 million points and one for that shiny cover. Love it. It is interactive. Still haven't scanned that because I'm just a read it and done girl, but there are ways that you can talk to ghosts through this. So this is new from Scholastic. Gonna be a series with another author for number 2. Delightfully frightful and mysterious. So if you like mysteries, if you like ghosts, if you like haunted mansions and a travel adventure and the beloved Erin and Entrada Kelly, this book is for you. Loved it. Loved it. Okay. The next one, pardon me while I blush and fan myself. This is Raiders of the Lost Heart by Jo Segura. This was a book I picked up at the Ripped Bodice in Brooklyn when I was there end of last month. Very spicy. Very spicy. So I loved the story. She is an archaeologist. Her grad school rival is on a dig, can't find what they're looking for, and calls her to the site. Things happen. So enemies to lovers, rivals to lovers, whatever you want to call it. But please to note, add all the spicy fruits and flaming vegetable emojis. Yep. Okay, moving on. Something completely different. This is The Secret Starling by Judith Eagle. This was so stinking good. So historical fiction, 1970s, but the time era doesn't really factor in so much. It's fine. It's fine. It just happens to be the setting. So good. So we like orphans. We like a ballerina. We like a mystery. We like stern guardians who go missing and just leave her a wad of cash. And so she knocks down the for sale sign in the front yard, and Pippi Longstockings it up with the neighbor kids and someone else who comes to call. So thoroughly loved this. Definitely look forward to reading more Judith Eagle books. I know she has a new one coming out this fall. So good. Loved. There were just a handful of illustrations, but so good. Just things to learn from. You know, I'm always learning. I wanted to show you one. Anyway, just the angles and perspective is so good. So loved that. Again, Secret Starling by Judith Eagle. Orphans, Pippi vibes. It was great. Okay, I did finish Henry VI, Part 3. So we'll be coming at you with a new quote soon in my Brush Up Your Shakespeare 2025 quest. We got to chug it along. And the last one I read last night because it's nice and brief and short and middle grade. And coming in at just 153 pages, this is The Ghost of Crutchfield Hall by Mary Downing Hahn. Had this recommended, and this author recommended to me twice in the past couple of weeks. And I found it at a used bookstore in Charlotte. And so I totally got it. If you go to the bookstore, you'll probably have a different cover. But this was written, I think, in 1990. So it's pretty old. But awesome. It was awesome. Definitely, like, if your kid can handle spooky vibes, go for it. Again, kind of orphans and a dead girl and a spooky house and a guardian. It's the late 1800s, like 1887, I think. But again, it doesn't really factor that much into it, except for that happens to be the setting. So irrelevant. If you don't like historical fiction, you can pretend it's not. Definitely beginner when we're not quite ready for Bronte or Daphne du Maurier. Love it. So Mary Downing Hahn, The Ghost of Crutchfield Hall. She's very prolific. So lots of spooky reads from her, perhaps in your future. Okay. Currently reading. Also other things. We'll get to them. They're in the stack. But okay, podcasts. I've been binging. I'm on the last episode. If you are a fan of Serial or S-Town, any of those, it was a news story I missed. So it happened a few years ago, but now you can binge the whole thing. And wow, investigative journalism. The name of it was In the Dark, season 2, the one about Curtis Flowers. I hadn't heard about it, and somehow I heard about it, and wow. So been listening to that, thoroughly enjoying. Amazing. Okay. Yes. Okay. Currently reading. You know, I was obsessed with this book last year, and I reread it via audio when I drove to Disney World. This is The Wand Keepers by Tiffany McDaniel. And we even did a giveaway with some of my stickers because I made more than one piece of fan art for this wonderful, silly, delectable book. And guess what comes out tomorrow? It's the sequel! This is The Wand Keepers, The Mummy Snatcher Curse by Tiffany McDaniel. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it gorgeous? I love the art. It's just wonderful. And so we have a few illustrations throughout. She loves a good footnote, and just the writing is so much fun, you guys. I need to read you this one footnote this morning. So, yeah. So it's just the opening. We're getting our setting back because it's number 2. And so Aunt Cauldron Eyes and Spella are walking through the forest to collect, ingredients for their magical hats that they make. And here's the footnote I want to read to you. Because, you know, footnotes and critters. The Waddly Wiggles are an ancient clan of green-skinned trolls whose existence predates written history. Because of this, no one knows exactly how their skin turned green, though there is a persistent, if not thoroughly embarrassing, rumor that involves a spinach leaf, a very cranky leprechaun, and a poorly timed sneeze. It's just funny. So, love this book. Love Tiffany's writing. Middle grade, action, adventure, magical, sequel to this one. Go ahead and buy both. They're wonderful. Okay, I watched last night The African Queen. I was thrown off by the cover and had to ask a librarian, and she played it for me. This is not actually in Chinese, although I guess you could listen to it in Chinese if you wanted to. But this is The African Queen. What Went Wrong podcast covered it last week. Today's episode is Catwoman with Halle Berry, which I've never seen, but thoroughly enjoyed this. It was so swoony, romantic, adventurous, and heart-pounding, and I don't know why I'd never seen it. I'm obsessed with old movies, but never saw it. Katharine Hepburn, this is Humphrey Bogart under that QR code, I think with some fake teeth, because he looks a little grubby. So anyway, it was amazing if you haven't seen it. So I won't go into that. Listen to the podcast. And then tonight, hopefully, I can watch before I return it. This is The Tempest, Julie Taymor's version with Helen Mirren. Again, how did this miss my radar that this exists? So Shakespeare. You know, I love Shakespeare. Love Julie Taymor. So looking forward to that. Hopefully tonight. And I've just been hankering to reread The Wizard of Oz. Jimmy, an author or illustrator. Yeah, she's at least adapting her work. But she's an amazing illustrator. I'll tag her below. That I met at the SBWI Carolinas conference, whenever that just happened recently. She does these beautiful illustrations of The Wizard of Oz, hoping for a retelling rewrite. And I just want to read the original. It is so quirky, surreal. I've read it multiple times. I read the first 6 for my fairy tale feet painting of Dorothy, and they're weird, and they get weirder because he took fan mail suggestions for what to put in his books. But I just want to read it because I love that book so much. Okay, need to read Henry VIII is next on my alphabetical brush up your Shakespeare list. These political plays are killing me. Ms. Bigsby's Last Day is in the might read next pile. This was recommended by, I want to call her, oh my Lorelei. Laurel Snyder and Erin Kelly when we were at Highlights. If you are a middle grade writer doing classroom scenes with a lot of characters, this is the book they recommended, and I loved the cover. Like, how great is that cover? So, have never read, might read next, collected it, because, you know, research. Another Shakespeare adjacent that I haven't read yet, just been hanging out in my stacks and stacks of TBR over there, Burnham Wood by Eleanor Catton. Sorry, there's no N in there. Catton? I don't know. It's New Zealand, a eco-thriller inspired by the Scottish play retelling. I might read next, finally, get back to some Asian fiction, and my hoopla keeps lapsing, and I haven't finished The Dallargoot Dreammaking District by Mie Lee. And this one came in the mail. Look how great this is. The Dark Cove Theater Society by Sierra Marilyn Riley. This is YA. It's drama, it's magic, it's dark academia, goth lit. What's not to love? Also, that beautiful pink font right there. Okay, I obviously have some books to read, hoping that stack doesn't fall down. Some coffee to drink, some breakfast to eat, some paintings to finish, and we will be in touch very soon. Make sure you're subscribed to my Substack. It's free every month. It's just a monthly marker recap that will be going out hopefully in the next couple of days. You can join my Patreon, the Crayon Box, for free. So you get October scribbles and see what's coming at you, and see if you want to join as a paid member over in the Crayon Box and get your sticker mail and other surprises this month from me. And all the other things. Links are in my bio. Oh yeah, I'll be doing Arttober, for the SCBWI Arttober. I will be posting that artwork on another platform, which you can find the link to in my bio link, because I don't like how Meta did the whole AI thievery thing. So, okay, coffee cheers to you. Talk at you later, and I'm hoping I remember to tell you everything. Oh yeah, I mentioned this in my stories briefly. One day this weekend, the Project Runway season 21 on Disney Plus. I am so mad at the finale and the winner. So if you've watched it, please talk to me. I need to vent. Okay, I love you. We'll talk at you later.